Thank you for being here.
Councilman Sullivan will be late for the pre-meeting, but he will be here for the regular meeting. I have not heard from Councilman Hogg.
He is not going to be.
He's not going to be.
He's in a
Down Tampa.
Oh, y'all are awful. I'm gonna have to put y'all in timeout.
Oh,
All right. We'll go ahead and get started. We don't have any presentations. I have the approval of the agenda. Visitors to address the council during the pre-meeting. We'll just wait till we get through the agenda. We've kind of been cut short on time over the last couple of weeks, and we'll run through our agenda first, and then at the end, do we have anybody here to address the council? All right, we'll get into the business. 7A1 under unfinished business is ordinance of resolutions of a permanent nature. That one has been deleted.
That was deleted with discussions with council members. I'm giving each of you, Dennis brought this to my attention and we followed up on it and found out that in fact, council had already taken action back in '93, passing a resolution of a permanent nature requiring a unanimous vote of the city council and the mayor with approval to sell certain city property now used being for recreational purposes, so it protects not only the community park, but also the Civilian Park, Kentucky Park, and Hassan Center. So that's why that was deleted. And I passed out copies and good ones to Stephen, and anybody else wants one, I've got some extras if they here to have a copy.
All right, under new business, item 8A1 and 2 is, these are ordinance and resolutions of a permanent nature, and this comes under the planning department, Mr. Stevens.
Yeah, so this first one is the first reading for the annexation. The second is the first reading for the rezoning. This is Mr. Glenn Crow's property out on Hunter Creek Lane. He's annexing to receive city water. Just as a side note, our garbage trucks are unable to turn around in North Road, and he's aware that part of this annexation is he won't be able to receive garbage service. They'll have to continue doing waste management like the county. He received favorable recommendation from the planning commission at the last meeting. The rezoning is, when we annex, the initial zoning is agricultural, and the request is from agricultural to single-family residential, which is what he wants to do.
Those are for first readings and no reason to suspend the rules.
Okay.
All right, 8B, resolutions of temporary nature. Item 1 will be a resolution authorizing the 2017 cooperative maintenance agreement out of Ms. Starnes' office.
Yes, sir. This is the maintenance agreement 2017 for the mowing of the speed limits on Highway 82.
This is from Coker to...
From Coker to Watermelon. They only pay us twice a year. We pay it once a week.
8B2 is a resolution declaring certain items and equipment as surplus and authorizing their disposal out of Ms. Starnes' office.
Yes, sir. Requesting to surplus 1998 L35 Kubota backhoe. We're going to send it to the auction.
8B3 is a resolution ratifying the revised consulting agreement with Mr. Charles Swan and Mr. Davis.
Yes, as you know, at the last council meeting, the council voted to enter into a contract for consulting agreement with Mr. Swan, who retired at the end of December. We dealt with the Ethics Commission to be sure there was no problems there. They had changed, updated the matter where they limit those types of transition agreements to 3 months, and so we modified the agreement. And then, as you can see on a copy of the agreement, in the upper right-hand corner is attached exhibit A. Tom Albritton, who is the director of the Alabama Ethics Commission, has already approved the agreement. So we just asked, since it deviates slightly from what you did before, to go ahead and ratify this new agreement. It's already been signed by Charles and by Mayor Aaron. and then signed off by the Ethics Commission.
Item 8B4 has been deleted. I believe that was an MLK project. Some of that was to be worked out. Is that correct, Mr. Webb? We're working on some final.
Yes, yeah, this, basically everything in this package, is gonna be the engineering-related services, but the quarter study council approved in 2012 was done. And based on that study, all the numbers need to be revised, so we should be next council meeting.
8B5 is a resolution commending Shelton State Community College's Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society for participation in the Honors in Action Project. What this is Shelton State, they have a honor society, and part of their general service projects is to do these projects every year, and they have a resolution. What they did is they went in there in 2016, being an election year, they went in and just wanted all, partnered with the county and the city and all local governing agencies. Vance adopted it the other night. Is just essentially a pledge from all elected officials to maintain good ethics and standards, kind of reconfirming and reaffirming your responsibility and ethics to good government. So it's part of their project for the year, and it's just they want us to do a resolution commending their efforts for doing that. 8B6 is a resolution reaffirming the appointments to the IDA board. Mr. Davis.
Yes, the IDA contacted Mayor Aaron and indicated that the three representatives that we have from the city are, their terms are concurrent with the terms of the new mayor and council. And the three existing board members, Mr. Hollihan, Mr. Burnett, Mr. Crowell, indicated to the mayor they would be like to serve again. And so this is, in effect, reappointing these same members. I spoke with the IDA this morning about that, and basically I've got resolutions attached, and they should be voted on separately. And we will forward that back to the IDA. That's the pleasure of council.
Under consent agenda, we have the minutes from the December 12th regular meeting, bill listing. Item 3 is travel training for 3 employees to the ARWA Efficient Utility Management Course, January 19th in Demopolis, Alabama, from the Utilities Department.
Yes, sir, we've got 3 employees attending that, so they can get some continuing education credits to maintain their licenses.
8C4 is travel and training for 1 employee for the operator certification training course, January the 4th in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, in the amount of $500. This is Mr. Ingram's office.
This is actually a certification course for one of our new meter readers. They're required to get their grade 1 water certification through ADM. And this review class actually runs for about 2 or 3 months, I believe, once a week over at TTL.
We're already testing the
The class, we didn't get notice until extremely late, and they allowed us to have him attend the first meeting, and then they were just gonna bill us pending this approval. And just as a point, the certification determines whether this employee maintains his employment or not.
8C5 is PO requisition for backup disaster recovery services. It's a blanket PO to Think Guard in the amount of $23,988 out of Mr. Ram's office.
Yes, sir. This is the company that we've partnered with for the last 3 years to handle all the backups of our servers. We have 19 servers backed up with them, and they have helped us numerous occasions when something has gone wrong. So.
8C6 is a PO requisition for website hosting and support. It's also a blanket PO to the 9 agency in the amount of $5,988.40 out of Mr. Ram's office.
Yes, sir. This is the hosting and support for the city website through the 9 agency.
These are both annual.
Yes, these are annual amounts and they're billed monthly.
HC7 is a PO requisition, video evidence storage from ThinkGuard in the amount of $18,360 from the PD. Chief Burke?
Yes, this is the storage for all of the cameras that the officers carry. And it allows us to keep that video for about 3 years. And it's a great deal. I mean, we were quoted upwards of $50 grand a year and higher for this, but Mr. Ram found this company for us.
Is that a monthly billing too, also?
Yes, sir. This is the yearly amount with the monthly billing cycle.
And what does this increase our capacity? I know it's 3 years as a capacity. What did we have up until?
This is unlimited storage,
Unlimited
Yes.
storage.
which is rare.
And this will be for all of our officers, body cams.
Every camp.
HCA, travel training for one employee to the Georgia Tech Basic Economic Development, March 21st through March 24th, the amount of $725 out of the planning department. Mr. Stevens.
Yeah, so this is just a basic course that offers some of the foundational elements of economic development, business retention and expansion, finance, workforce development.
That is the majority of the agenda. We have reports of special committees of council. I don't think we have any of those tonight. Our committees have kicked back off. The personnel has met one time. We're meeting again tomorrow at 3:30. Our administrative committee. And I know public is trying to get something set up. So those committees have kicked back off, and we should start having some reports coming out of those committees and over the next couple of meetings.
What progress on that? They'll have a report the next meeting, second meeting.
Retail, Councilman Hall and myself will have a report to mayor and council for consideration. If you remember, ladies and gentlemen, we did have retail strategies come and give us a presentation on some of the things that they may bring to the table for our consideration. Councilman Hall kind of took the lead in terms of doing some background work on retail strategies, calling some other municipalities. We've spoken to our local developers and brokers. We wanted to expand on what we've been doing. So Mayor, if allowed, we need a little bit more time to maybe see if there's another group out there. I know Councilman Hall has also met with the chamber. I'm leading the charge with the local brokers to get their perspective on it. So.
I think most of the rest of us have met with Chamber, and there's another group that has a real interest in Northport.
Yeah, so we
That,
intend to bring them in.
That doesn't have the baggage that retail strategies has.
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
And I also have gotten an email from another company, I don't remember the name right off the top of my head, but at any rate, apparently he had talked to the former mayor, Herndon, about doing some things and had some, I guess some sort of, I won't say agreements, but I had some heavy discussions with them. So I called just to really get a little information. And they're going to be in this area on the 24th, 5th, 6th or so of January. I can get those times, and the times he emails me later that they'll be here to talk if your committee is interested in setting up time with them.
Yes, ma'am.
My problem with them is they're in Fort Worth, Texas. They don't really have a liaison anywhere close to us, and I just have an issue with it being 1,000 miles away.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
So, but I mean, you can always entertain and listen to what they have to say, because the more knowledge we have, the better we are with other companies that come our way.
You know, Mayor, there was the group that you're discussing with the chamber. I think we're gonna try to get them in and have them come to maybe a work session or something pretty quick to maybe have a presentation where we can all kind of look at what they got to offer too.
I just would prefer to keep it within the state. Tuscaloosa County would be my preference, but that's, not really an option. but as close to us as we can get us, because if we need something, we need them then, we don't need them coming in tomorrow, the next day, or whatever. But anyway.
We'll get that report to everybody pretty quick, but I think Councilman Hall wants to have something, the pros and cons, price-wise, local developers' reactions and perspectives and inputs, and local brokers regarding the move if the city chooses to do so. Just in case, because again, at the end of the day, we gotta live with our local group, and we wanna keep that relationship.
And he has done his homework. I think he's reached out to a lot of the people that they have used all over the state. Feedback's been pretty good so far.
But Mayor, I'll get that contact information. If it pleases mayor and council, we can bring them in too, if everybody wants to, we'll do that.
Public hearing, we don't have any city administrators. Departmental business, I think Mr. Webb out of engineering has a report for us. But other than that, you want to handle that now? We can do that now, and then.
Yeah, I'll do it both. I just would like everybody to be aware, and hopefully everybody can attend. Next Wednesday, January 18th, we're gonna host a public meeting on traffic calming on Fifth Street. This project will be funded by ALDOT 100%. It starts at 4 o'clock. At 4:30, they'll give a presentation, and give the same presentation again at 5:30, just for people to come and go, and they can actually hear the presentation and discuss with design engineers the pros and cons of different strategies they're looking to use along through this.
You know, John, we had the Gresham Smith come in, was a few months back, and give us the whole presentation, so is that something we'll?
Yes, this is an addition to the presentation they gave several months ago on the traffic circles for the north and south, or getting on and off Fifth and Raleigh and Wallace on each side of that, to get rid of the 3 red lights, put in 2 traffic circles, and it's going to correlate with that same project.
You know, we met with the business community, and from what I gathered then when we met, they were pretty supportive of it. So, you know, these are public hearings, you're gonna get a lot of people come out against it, so hey, if you're for it, please come out.
And they have several options, and they're gonna take, our citizens and public officials, everyone's comments into consideration. They can compile everything together to then move forward with the consensus.
Well, I'm supporting, you can put that on record.
When are they gonna find it, 82, have you heard anything from them?
We are still on their updated projects. They don't have a definite time in there, but we're still on the active project to finish that paving.
I had several people ask about that, especially down Ford, where they took the light out there to public.
Yeah, that strip they left, it's pros and cons. Them waiting it is, it does kind of snatch you, but also you're getting that initial settlement out. So once they do fix it, you get the initial settlement, you could revert back to that.
That's all we have on the agenda. Do we have any visitors to address the council that came in a few minutes later? There's no, does council have anything before we adjourn to the regular scheduled meeting at 5?
Roll tide anyway.
We got to know, we got just seen each Davos, everybody else. I like Davos.
I've been good one to go.
Well, we will adjourn till the regularly scheduled meeting at 5 o'clock. And hey, just as a reminder, we'll have a planning and zoning commission meeting at 6 o'clock immediately following the regular scheduled council meeting.
Good.
And it's half price tonight.
Is it half
price tonight? Only $5.
$5 ticket.